So, before we get started with this video, I gotta give a shout out, okay? And that is to my doctor. For security purposes, we're just gonna call him Dr. K. So apparently, my videos get suggested to him, and he notices that I eat a lot of bacon. Yes, Dr. K, I eat a lot of bacon. It is part of the reason why I've lost the weight that I have. Thank you for noticing. And my first meal is not going to have bacon in it, but I'm not so sure about my second meal. You'll just have to watch and see if I eat any bacon today. Thank you for everybody who's watching. It makes me so happy to know that you're actually watching these and getting some value. I am so excited. I have a new load to share with you all this week, but I have to admit that when I got on the scale this morning, I was really hesitant to get on the scale, and we'll go into that in a little more detail. I did add a clip to this video, and a thought that came to me, and I know that when I get certain thoughts and they stick with me, I have to share them because somebody else has got to hear this message. So I'm going to be inserting that clip right now, and I hope that it may help you. Hey, you see me sitting here in my camper. I was out here tidying it up and getting ready for our next trip that we have coming up, and I've had something on my mind since this morning when I took my walk. And I decided that I probably should just go ahead and share it. Maybe it'll help somebody else. And that is having the right mindset on this weight loss journey. Because if you don't have the right mindset, it can affect so much or so many things. And I'll be the first to admit, I've struggled a lot. This is why I've been on my journey for 3 years. I could have easily got to my goals by a year and a half, easily. But, things have come up that I have fallen off the wagon, I've jumped back on, jumped off, vice versa. And it comes down to that I struggle like everybody else. But every time that I come back to keto, I came back with new knowledge about myself. Okay? So these 3 years has taught me a lot about myself. One being that I use food as a coping mechanism. We also call that being an emotional eater. I prefer sugary foods. I like how it makes me feel, even if it's short-lived. And I found out that I'm also a binge eater. And that stress, certain types of stress really affect me. And an example of that is work stress. On this journey of the last 3 years, I was working for an office. We'll just call it an office. But when I first started this journey, I was in a different office, and things were pretty good. I liked the environment. There was structure. There was rules. You knew what was expected of you, and you knew what you could and couldn't do, and when you needed to go to somebody else. But it was almost an hour away from my home. So when another job opened up, at another office, the job position opened up closer, I transferred. And that office was very, very different. And it was not as organized and rule-oriented, and there was so much flexibility that it kind of stressed me out a little bit. And then I think just because I was kind of like out of my element a little bit, it made me an easy target. And office politics plays there a little bit. And so there was just a lot of things going on. So when I was having high stress, I tend to fall off the keto wagon. And when the stress was lower, I was able to jump back on. This year, beginning of this year, when it was still high stress, I was able to plateau. And I kind of gained and lost the same 5 to 10 pounds. So that was helpful. But this year, after I left that job, I was able to get my mind in the right mindset. I became very damn determined. I was going to reach my goal weight. Very damn determined. And a lot of that is because the stress was different for me. So the moral of this is no excuses. Don't justify your actions to cheat or quit. You can't live life without stress. And unfortunately, you can't live life with not eating. I mean, you have to eat to survive. So we have to find better coping mechanisms, because when you take away all of those foods, you learn real quick that you use food as a coping mechanism. And when that is gone, we either justify having a cheat meal or a cheat day, and then we go on a binge, or we pick up other unhealthy coping mechanisms sometimes. So it's okay if we fall off the bandwagon. We collect data about ourselves and say, okay, well, that situation did this. It made me start craving, and I gave in to those cravings. So you need to have plans. You need to have goals. 2, you need to have plans for certain situations. You also need to come up with different coping mechanisms that you can try during these situations. And then you got to have backup plans to the backup plans. And if the last resort, you need somebody to help you stay on track, then have somebody to help you stay on track. So this is heavy on my mind. I hope this has helped you. It took me 3 years to learn a lot of these things. Well, 2.5 to learn a lot of these things. But I'm glad that I have, because I've gained so much knowledge about myself. All right, like I said, I kind of procrastinated to get on the scale this morning. I kind of had Mexican food on Wednesday, and then kind of got a little munchy. And I was afraid that I had gained some water weight again. But as you are going to see, I did not. And I'm going to insert that weigh in now. So, I got a new lowest weigh-in at 202.8 pounds. I am so close to Wonderland. I can't stand it. So, let's recap this. Last week, I had gained a little water weight, and it put me at, let me check my notes, 207.2. So, that is a weight loss of 4.4 pounds. Yes, 4.4 pounds. I had to do math in my head real quick. So, I already knew I was holding 2 pounds of water weight. So, I'm back to my normal pace of just losing 2 pounds a week. So, that's great. So, I'm 202.8. I may or may not get to Wonderland for week 6. So, let's discuss the week. Usually I get pretty laxed on the weekends because I'm home with my husband and I never know what we're going to be doing. Like, we like to go out and do things. Well, he ended up having to work Saturday, so we were only free on Sunday. So I didn't really get too relaxed. And of course, I jumped right back into it Monday. Now, Wednesday rolls around, and my mom and I and my daughter and her best friend and my youngest son all went out and had Mexican. That's not really a big deal. I know that I can have chicken or steak fajitas. I had steak fajitas without without a tortilla. Okay. Got the little salad on the side. So I had some guacamole and sour cream with some shredded lettuce. Completely fine, right? I wasn't worried that I had beans and rice because I was giving that to someone else, except for I did eat some of the beans. The jury is still out about beans, like refried beans, where it's already been cooked down and then you re-cook them up, like the sugar is supposed to be different in them. I don't know. And of course, the beans were right next to the rice, so I did have a little bit of rice. So I come back home and I got munchy. I was like, crap. I did it again. Maybe those beans did affect me. Maybe it was a few grains of rice. I don't know. But I was like, oh crap. But I did not get too out of control. I did have some really chocolate chips because they were there and it was chocolate and I like chocolate a lot. So come Friday today, I wasn't in a hurry to get on the scale because I was really worried that I might have gained some water weight. But I didn't, as you see, because I have a newest low, and I am so excited. So yeah, we gotta find out if next week if I hit Wonderland. Now, of course, when that video comes up on that Monday, I'm already going to be on my vacation. So then I'm going to have that weigh in on the vacation. We got to see what happens. So wish me luck that I get good results. All right, so let's have some final thoughts here. I'm on the right track at 202.8. Like I said again, we will see if I hit Wonderland before I go on vacation. If I don't, and I'm close, that's okay. If I come back from vacation and I've gained a few pounds of water weight, I'm okay. As long as I hit Wonderland in the month of October, hopefully early October, I'm good with that because that is one of my goals. I was trying to hit it in September, but if you remember back on my week 1 update, perimenopause was kind of kicking my butt and I had gained some water weight, and that 2 weeks got me off track. So that's okay. If my plan moves back a month, that's okay. So I keep talking about vacation. So let's remember, I already said this, but when you see week 6, I'm already going to be in Savannah, Georgia. And so that'll be the results the day of that I leave to go to vacation. While I'm on vacation that Friday, I am going to be doing a weigh-in, getting that video out to you so you can see what's happening while I am on vacation. Hopefully, it's not too bad. But vacation, I am going to do a come get ready with me video. It's going to be about my planning strategy on how to stay keto on this vacation. What my packing list is going to look like for foods. My plan of action by just doing 1 meal a day. If I need any snacks, what kind of snacks am I going to be eating? And then if we do have to go to fast food or different type of sit-down restaurants, what kind of foods can I have at certain restaurants? So just kind of going over that plan of action. You're going to come get ready with me, watch me pack up my camper a little bit with those foods and things like that. So you got to stay tuned for that. If you're liking watching these videos of my weekly updates and transformations and seeing if I'm going to hit Wonderland, please like and subscribe. And don't forget to comment. And if you have questions, comment. I will come in and answer them the best that I can. I always drop my email down in the description, so you can always email me. That's one way of getting a hold of me. And here's my mantra. Your journey begins with you. That first step is dependent upon you. Do not overcomplicate keto. Pick a meat, pick a fat, pick a veg or two. Research as you go, change it as you go. But if you overcomplicate it, you'll never take that first step. Bye, everybody, and thank you for watching my videos.